It's thinking. All right, we are now recording. Okay, welcome everybody to geography. We are going along with the class. Just remember this is being recorded for learning purposes. And that as we're going through the class, make sure you're following off the Nearpod if you can. If you can't get on the Nearpod, just answer the things in chat. That would be great. Also use the chat tools respectfully and appropriately, and then also respond to questions and instructions the first time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about culture, okay? And particularly you're going to figure out what your kind of culture is, which is always different than somebody else's, right? There's a lot of things. And the 5 themes of geography, when we talk about what is it like there, right? Place, what is it like there? You know, that's where you're talking really about culture. I mean, what does it look like? What is the food? That's my favorite. We're going to talk more about food today because who doesn't like food, right? Clothing, climate, environment, all that kind of stuff. Okay, we're going to talk all about that today. Before we get into it, let's just go through our course real quick. I always post the recordings right here to the announcement page, so easily accessible. So if you missed a class, you can just come in and boop, click it, and you can watch it right from there. If we go into plan, which is right here, you can see how we have live classes every Monday, and then we have our assignments. So we'll have assignment 5 that's due this week and our lesson 5 reflection, okay? The week after that, we have that, and then we'll have our post-test on the 7th, and then the last day of the block's the 18th. So we are winding down this class, okay? So if you're not caught up, go back, to the homepage here, watch the recordings, go into content, go into these different units, okay, and do what you need to do. So today, welcome, Jordan. Today, you can get the Nearpod link right here. So this is like an example, and you can actually use this as your thing. And I also have a video explanation of how to do the assignment because some people struggle with this one. It's not too hard. I'll actually click that real quick and teach you how to do it in just a second. And then you also have your reflection like you always do, about 100 words of what you learned about in the unit, and just kind of turn it in. Okay, so here we go. Talking once again about culture, basically place. What is it like there? The objective is given a Google slide deck, which I'll show you right here. That link goes to right here, and you can make a copy, which I'll make a copy in a second and show you how to do it. Students will get a slide, and you can put just like your city or town or country that you live in, because then that narrows down where yours, at least kind of what your point of view is, like your sense of place, your point of view on something, your perspective, related values of your culture, as demonstrated by an example with 80% accuracy across one trial. So what that basically means, when we're talking about point of view, people have a hard time writing their point of view. So another class that I teach, which I recommend you guys all taking some time, is I teach the criminal justice classes. And when we're talking about law and what it is, like different laws happen in different places. So for example, speeding is a law here in Utah, but in Germany and the Autobahn, there is no speed. Okay. So it really kind of depends on what it's like. Okay. Okay. So what is culture? Because we're kind of getting more defined about this. Culture is defined in a dictionary as a social and intellectual formation of the totality of society's transmitted behaviors, patterns, arts, beliefs, etc. At the center of it is yourself, okay, which includes your gender, in part influenced by other cultures and personal systems around you, okay? So it's kind of a lot about who's around you in that kind of culture, okay? So we're going to watch this video real quick. And as I said, I like food. Is this lesson 3? No, this is lesson 5. Hunter, a little bit off. So what I'm going to do is it's just going to go over what kind of, if you were to eat school lunch in different countries, what it would be like and what's different, okay? It is almost lunch, so this is a great time to do it, right? Make you guys all hungry. So here we go. You get to see what other people in other countries eat for lunch, and that's part of their culture, right? Okay, so here we go.
Whether carrying a brown bag from home, picking up a tray from the lunch person, or serving up the food themselves, lunchtime at school can be one of the most important parts of a child's day. Let's take a look at what kids around the world eat for lunch. French students can expect up to a 4-course meal at lunch. They begin with a salad of fresh veg, followed by quality protein like salmon with a side of roasted broccoli. They wouldn't be French without a course of soft cheeses, jam, and fresh bread. And kids finish with a sweet confection like marzipan before heading back to class. In Japan, kids aren't served healthy meals, they serve them. To teach healthy cooking, kids take turns helping to cook, serve, and clean up for their peers. Meals are heavy on rice, vegetables, and fish. Students in Nigeria are fed well-balanced meals each day. Meals could include smoky, tomatoey jollof rice with chicken and steamed veg. Finland was the first country in the world to provide free lunch to every student, and the law ensures high nutrition standards. Veggies like beetroot salad and roasted turnips take up at least half the plate. Starches and grains, such as a crepe topped with slightly tart lingonberry jam, take up 1/4, and a protein, such as haranuko, a split pea soup topped with smoked ham, takes up the other. Crisp bread is served on the side. In South Korea, students eat off steel trays sectioned out for perfect portion sizes. The bigger section is for rice, the circle holds soup, and the smaller portions are for tangy, spicy kimchi, some veggies, and meat like marinated strips of pork shoulder called Geo Blk1. With a large Orthodox population in Ethiopia, meals are largely plant-based. An array of foods like spicy lentils, zucchini, and yellow split pea soup called kik alicha are eaten with injera, a fermented flatbread. Thanks to the island's burgeoning farm-to-school program, kids in Hawaii can expect meals made from scratch with local, fresh ingredients, such as a chicken stir-fry with veggies and fresh-baked bread on the side. Ukrainian kids get their lunch in 3 courses. First, a soup course such as borscht, a hearty beef-based soup with cabbage and red beets to give it a vibrant color, followed by meat and starch like grilled sausages with potato and cheese-stuffed dumplings called vareniki. They finish sweet with a shortbread biscuit. A lunch tray in the US could include a gooey grilled cheese on crunchy whole grain bread with creamy tomato soup, carrot sticks, fruit like a box of raisins and an apple, and a brownie for dessert before heading back to class. Italian students run to the cafeteria to receive a 2-course meal, and if these kids reside in Rome, the meal must by law be 70% organic. Primo is the pasta course, while protein and a veg like grilled chicken with a tasty mozzarella and tomato salad is served for secondo. According to the World Food Program, Thai students receive the most nutritional lunches in all of Asia. Kids can expect a balanced meal like grilled chicken, rice, and an antioxidant-packed spicy sweet green papaya salad. Families in China pay a monthly fee of about 70 cents per day for children to receive a boxed lunch. Inside, kids can find rice, meat, and vegetables. Food is a constitutional right in Brazil, which means schools are required to provide students with healthy meals with 30% of ingredients sourced from local farmers. Kitchen staff cooks fresh foods like frittatas loaded with veggies, paired with hearty rice and beans, and a piece of fruit. Kids in India show up to school with a tiffin box, a stackable metal container filled with a home-cooked meal. What's inside depends on the region. Northern Indian kids might enjoy parathas, seasoned flaky bread accompanied with bundi raita, crispy gram flour balls floating in a sea of spiced yogurt. Kids in Guatemala go home for lunch, where they'll eat dishes like pasta in a tomato sauce with beets and tortillas. With classes 6 days a week, school in Israel finishes before lunchtime, but kids do bring a shot isser, a morning meal, which could be a small snack like pita with hummus and a hard-boiled egg. Kids in Trinidad and Tobago might be served rich and gelatinous oxtail stew for lunch paired with bussap, soft and flaky shreds of roti. Students in Hong Kong can expect a veggie like steamed broccoli alongside wok-fried pork slices and white rice. A kid in the UK might be served baked cod fingers with a hot jacket potato, a heaping side of beans, and a handful of chocolate biscuits for dessert. In Mexico, instead of a meal, kids might bring along a morning snack such as a torta, layered with spicy bean dip, sliced ham, tomato, and fresh, crisp lettuce. Australian kids eat lunch outside, bringing food from home or buying meals from a cafeteria or street vendor. Food can include classic takeaway comforts like a sausage roll, pork sausage wrapped snugly in puff pastry, with a couple sweet chocolate biscuits called Tim Tams for dessert. Norwegian schools don't have cafeterias, so kids bring a light lunch from home, which could include an open-faced sandwich with liverwurst, a sausage of pork liver blended with bold spices like cardamom, coriander, and mace. The meat's texture is almost spreadable, close to pâté, and is accompanied by toppings like mustard and cheese. Milk and fresh fruit is provided by the school. Although students bring a home-cooked lunch daily, teachers in Pakistan are known to contact parents if meals don't err on the healthy side. Kids might bring aloo gosht, a stew of lamb and potatoes paired with roti and a sweet and creamy mango lassi in the summer. So, which type of school lunch do you want to try? Are there any we missed? Let us know in the comments below.
All right, y'all hungry below out there? Yeah, so am I. That's the way I'm feeling. I'm a little hungry. Okay. All right, so I need to turn that off there. Okay, so I got a question for you. What is your background? Basically, your origin, where you live, what food do you usually eat? I think, okay, this state, what is this state's culture then, right? If we got to narrow it down to yourself, right? You eat American food. What is that? French fries and McDonaldization of America, right? New Jersey, diverse people, diverse foods. Yeah. It's interesting when you get people that move in from different areas and they bring in different food sources, right? Something you've never tried before, which is really good. I like. Okay. From Utah, father from Rhode Island. Okay. So they might have different kind of things there. Super healthy lunch, ding dongs and a Mountain Dew. I feel like that's maybe what a lot of kids do these days. That's probably not the best thing. You also like sushi. Okay, I like sushi too. I think very good from Japan. I like a lot of fish stuff. So born in Japan, moved to Texas, then Italy, then Virginia, now Utah. Wow, you probably have had a lot of different experiences of culture. That's awesome. Mama's from Pennsylvania, your dad is from Utah. Okay. Lebanese ate mostly food, but occasionally food of other countries. Fast and frozen. Live in a small town. Oh, Vietnamese and Thai. Those are good stuff. You always get people wanting to talk about food, right? Maybe you're a foodie or something. Okay. All kinds of food like pizza, ramen, grilled cheese, eggs, sandwiches, stuff like that. Okay. I like seafood the best. Eating home cooked food. No, it's fine. You can have fun with stuff on here. I don't take anything very serious. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, different fast foods. Okay. Very good. So what you need to do is you really need to go and look here about what as we're narrowing it down, kind of what your kind of thought is. So right now, let me do this real quick if we're going to do it real quick. I'm going to go with this little template thing that you guys can use this template, okay? So this is found right here in your unit 5. You just push here and it'll make a copy right for you. And as it's making a copy, I have a little bit about me, okay? And so you can delete this and you can use it, or you can use this, delete that one and do the second page and put your name, background, perspective, preferences, okay? So this is what I put, okay, as I'm looking at here. So my background, my name is Mr. Hancock. I grew up in a rural part of Ogden. I'm the oldest of 5 kids, so that kind of tells a little bit about me because I got to be responsible if I got siblings, right? Or at least not have killed them by then. So let's see here. I lived basically in Utah my whole life, except I spent some time in the United Kingdom near Manchester. So talk about the Queen's funeral right now. I hear you. I currently live in West Haven, Utah. I'm married. I have 3 kids. That's a picture a little bit about me. My preferences is, or my perspective is I follow most customs in Utah culture. I'm fairly conservative and libertarian. My political beliefs and business practices, I feel that if you are innovative and work hard, you can succeed. Oops. And then my preferences is I participate in, I like CrossFit, boating, being outdoors. I also, if I could go anywhere on vacation, would either be the Caribbean. Yes, I love the Caribbean, or Alaska. And I'd also rather live in a warmer climate because Utah gets too cold. All right, so that's a little about me. So that's what you're going to do for yourself, okay? So here's the thing, point of view. Let's see here. Like this. Biden's making life hard. Okay, so the economy. Okay. So you like animals. Okay, that's all right. Well, I'm sorry you feel like life is depressing. You got to make it better, though. You're the one who gets to do that. So, okay. Life recommends 10. Okay. Pretty happy. Okay. Okay, you'd like universal health care. Okay, so you got some point of views. That's good, right? Share your beliefs, share your point of views, right? And don't make other people upset about that. Life is good, be kind. Okay, so worried about the environment and that kind of stuff. I am too when I'm driving through all the smog, sometime the inversion, it's horrible. Okay, you like where you live. Okay. I'm sorry you don't like a lot of stuff going on. We get to eat lots of food. Yeah. That's something, we have an abundance of food, right? Where we're at. So that's great. Okay, life is good, but I love to live in the UK. The UK, I really liked the UK when I lived over there. It was a good place. The cold is where you live, so it's colder. Okay, pretty happy in life. You don't know too much about politics or the economy. Okay. Yeah, I think we all get, just a healthier, happier life all together. Okay. All right. Okay, let's move on. The last thing we're going to kind of look at real quick too. Oh, somebody said, please tell us more about living in the UK. So the UK, I was near Manchester, Liverpool, and Northern Wales. So it was a very big city. There's a lot of people there. The culture is quite a bit different. As you saw some of the things that were like food you were to eat. The first time I get there was around like Christmas time. And so I thought everybody ate like this all the time, but it was just because it was over Christmas time. I didn't realize that. But they had like Yorkshire puddings. You'd have to look up what Yorkshire puddings are. They're kind of like almost kind of like a crispy biscuit thing, and then you put gravy on it. They always have Brussels sprouts and a couple types of potatoes and some type of meat. So that was like a traditional meal. It was also, let's see here, it rained a lot. It was cold. They love their football over there, or soccer. Wasn't able to get over to a game. I wish I could have, but it was fun. I was there during one of the World Cups, and it was just amazing. Everybody was out kind of doing their own thing. They do have a very unique culture, very sarcastic in the way they talk. They have some phrases like taking the mick out of you. So if you don't know what that is, that basically means that I'm just teasing with you, right? I'm just giving you the mick, taking the mick out of you. I always like this phrase that they always said. They always says, "You're doing my head in," which basically means that you're giving me a headache, or what you're saying is like way over my head and it's just hurting my head. So they had some really fun phrases. It's like, "You all right, mate?" That was just like, "Hey, how you doing?" They say, all right, mate." Really fun. Okay. All right. So the last one, preferences, just kind of things. People like archery, creative writing, kickboxing, banjo. I like gaming and making art. Awesome. Photography, reading, sleeping. Okay. Reading, sleeping, ukulele, band, awesome. Games, baseball, softball, gymnastics, sports. You know, these things that we like, what our preferences are, right? Eating, I like eating too. Oh, I love ice cream. Jeez, I got to stop with the ice cream. It's going to kill me someday. Anyways, good. So it looks like you guys have a whole bunch of preferences. So what you need to do for your assignment, as we talked about, go in here to Unit 5, click the copy button, copy over the template, and then, put your name instead. Maybe kind of put a little bit of background about you, your perspective, your preferences, and then you submit that. Okay. If you need to figure out how to do that, there is this right here of how to work Google Slides and be able to download it or get a link. And that is it. So if you have any questions. All right. So which link do you want me to put in the chat? The one about copying the presentation? If you want to copy the presentation, oops. Oh, hopefully I didn't delete it. This is the one about copying the presentation. Okay. And here's a little quick video of basically how to do it again if you need some more help on that. But this video that I'm doing right now, the recording, I will post to, once again, the class homepage, which is right here. It'll be under lesson 5 recording. So, okay, if you guys have any questions, stay after. I'm going to stop the recording right now, but I'll be after to help you out with anything you need. Thanks, guys.